Today's parkrun couldn't be more different from last week. Last week, heat wave, down by the coast, running along a nice flat promenade, tarmac, ran fast, okay? Today, tipping down with rain, we are back in Reigate Priory Park on the grass and the trails. Don't know what the conditions are really going to be like. I've had to make a decision on shoes, and I've decided, even though those woodland trails have been dry for months now, I've decided with the rain that we've had last night, I better go with trail shoes. We'll see whether that was the right choice later on. Also brought a towel for afterwards because it is tipping down and we are going to get wet today.
It's too wet for any more of an intro, so after a very brief warm-up, I'm all lined up and ready to go. And there goes Mayo in the black top, just overtaking me. He set a PB the week before in a time of 21:32, which is beyond what I'm hoping to get today, so we'll just let him go and run off into the distance. But we will get past Ronaldo. You can see how wet it is today with some raindrops on the camera lens at times during the video, but you can also hear it, the squelchy sound of all the runners' feet against the ground as we start quickly and try to find our pace. And as we run towards the first turn, I have the second place dog right in front of me. Just having to be a little bit careful with him. I don't want to overtake him at this stage, but having to be careful not to trip on him or the lead. We're now approaching a small clump of trees and a small incline to get into that little wooded area. And as we do so, Grey Hoodie Man has decided to go past me. We have to be a little bit careful as we go through these trees because there are some roots that would be easy to trip over. Coming out the other side, we've got a nice downhill section all the way to the lake. This has given the field a chance to sort of spread out a little bit. Second place dog has opened up a little bit of a gap, and I seem to have got past Grey Hoodie. And I'm looking to overtake a pretty quick kid who's just in front of me. But hang on, Grey Hoodie is still there. Oh, and the kid has just cut across us both, but it's okay. We've taken some evasive action to avoid any collision. And there we go. I think I've got past both of them properly now. But no, Grey Hoodie Man, he has gone past me again. And he is striding through the puddles, not worrying at all about getting his feet wet. As we move into the trees, it starts to get a little bit dark, and as you see on the screen, the pace is slowing, which I don't think is accurate at all. I don't think when we go through these trees, the GPS is accurate, and therefore the pace isn't accurate either, because at the moment we're still running flat, and we're running along beside the lake. There's not much of an opportunity to overtake anyone here, so I'm just holding my pace, just sticking with it for now. The flat ground doesn't last for long though, because at the next bend we're going to start to climb up along the woodland trail, and naturally at this point the pace is going to get slower. As I mentioned, the GPS on this course isn't completely accurate. In fact, at the end of the run we'll find that my watch will only say like 4.82 kilometers or something like that, and so it's lost a bit of distance. But of course we know that the course is measured accurately by parkrun, and it is going to be a 5 kilometer course, and along the course there are kilometer markers. So when I put the times up on the screen for each kilometer, that is going to be based on the kilometer markers, and you can see the first one. you'll have noticed a gap emerging between me and the group in front. Not ideal, but I'm not the best at running uphill, so there's no way I'm going to be able to reel them back in, well, at least not at the moment. Unlike Blue Top though, who speeds past me and has them in his sights, can he drag me along a bit? As we skip along a bit now, we are approaching a gap in the trees with a short steep downhill and that's followed by a very steep uphill. Blue Top knows this and he speeds up so he can get as much momentum as possible on the uphill bit after the gap. Look at him, he's off into the distance. On the other hand, I'm accepting that I'll slow considerably here, but I don't want to increase my heart rate too much. No need to push too hard as it's only the first lap. This steep bit, it's not long, but it's certainly draining. I've lost another place, but I've also caught up one of the other runners who was in the pack ahead of me. Will I stay behind him or will I overtake? Think about it for a moment and then I decide to overtake. But as we come out of the woodland trail, he's having none of it and he passes me again. I just needed to grasp my breath, and seeing the start of the long downhill section, this is where I know I can make up some time. So I overtake him again and straight away the number 8 top is in my sights. As he glances at his watch, I see my opportunity and pass him. And away I go. And look at that pace now. It's dropped to 3:47, 3:53. It's under 4 minutes per kilometre anyway, and it's pretty rapid for me going along this section of the course. And the heart rate's only at 160, which isn't too bad. Claps there from the volunteers. They've done a great job coming out in the rain to support the parkrun, support the runners, and I carry along this top ridge of Reigate Priory Park, just enjoying this section of the course. That's the second kilometre completed in a time of 4 minutes and 48 seconds. If you're enjoying the video so far, it would be remiss for me not to say, please do give it a thumbs up. And if you're not already, why not consider subscribing to the channel? I give the camera a quick wipe, which does absolutely nothing. I'd have been better off leaving it well alone. As we turn the bend to run alongside the avenue of trees, we are getting ever closer to the end of the first lap. Now this section of the course, I'm definitely making some ground up on the runner in front of me. It's a nice long straight bit this, and it's also flat. So we'll see how close we can get to him before we turn for the start of the second lap. As I complete the first lap in a time of 11 minutes and 7 seconds, I'm very close to him now. I've almost caught him up. But the second lap is always slower at Reigate, and it can be draining, especially the woodland trail for the second time. As we head into the small clump of trees for the second time, I'm planning to overtake. But hang on, I've just lost another place to Blue Shoes. And if I'm not mistaken, he's wearing a pair of Nike Vaporfly 2s. I have the very same shoes myself, but they sit in their box and are only brought out for special occasions. I definitely wouldn't be wearing them at Reigate Priory Parkrun in the rain. And oh no, another 2 places have been lost, this time to a parkrun apricot top and a rampage runner. But whereas Blue Shoes is away into the distance now, those Vaporflies working well for him, I'm not going to let parkrun apricot top and rampage runner away from me quite so easily. So as we approach the lake for the second time, splashing through the puddles on the path there, I complete my 3rd kilometre in a time of 4 minutes and 26 seconds. So we're now on to the dreaded 4th kilometre. Not only is the 4th kilometre tough in any fast 5k that you run, at Reigate it's extra hard because it includes the entire woodland trail, going up it for the 2nd time. We're already quite worn out at this stage, and we've got to tackle that steep-ish woodland trail for the 2nd time. And as I climb and wind through the woodland trail, a gap opens to the runners ahead of me, but at least I've not lost any more places. In fact, I now seem to be gaining on that parkrun apricot top guy who is tackling that steep incline after the gap, but he's still got a bit of a gap ahead of me. And we're going past the tail walker now. Not far to go on the rest of the woodland trail, which is certainly a good feeling. When you get to this stage for the 2nd time, you know you've done most of the hard bit. And in fact, we're finishing the 4th kilometre, and the 4th kilometre time was 5 minutes and 8 seconds. So it is, of course, the slowest kilometre that we run, but that is only natural based on where we are during the course for that 4th kilometre. We're now out of the woodland trail. We've got the downhill section again. And of course, I love this part. So now it's all just about, what have I got left in the tank? Can I make up any more places? How fast can I go? Hang on, that wasn't on the plan. Another dog has just overtaken me, and he's rapid. Right, let's not worry about the dogs. Let's just concentrate on my running, and you can see now the pace is getting quicker. We're at 4 minutes 27. Ooh, even get quicker. That's good. That's good to see. And the heart rate actually is probably about the same as it was during the first lap at this stage. I've been overtaken again, guys. I need to put a bit of fuel in the tank here for this final kilometre. I don't want to lose any more places. In fact, I want to gain if I can. My last time running Reigate, it was dry and it was warm, and I finished it in a time of 22 minutes and 33 seconds, which I was quite happy with. It's going to be very hard to beat that time today, but this is all about seeing how close I can get to it when the conditions are not so favourable. Come on, Chris, surely you've got something to offer here. Another runner is overtaking me. It's a runner with another dog. Right, not many more turns to go now. That dog's away. Grey top, he's got a bit of a gap on me. What can I do? We're going to be slowly approaching the corner where we turn again to run along the flat avenue of trees. And this is really, when you've got anything else left in the tank, this is where to let it out and let's see what I'm capable of doing. Heart rate has risen slightly, and you can see some of the runners in front of me, they're putting the accelerator down. I need to do the same here. I need to rein some of them back in, but at this stage it doesn't really look like I'm going to do that. Oh, come on, Chris. Not long to go now at all. Approaching 22 minutes now. If anything, the gap has got bigger as we run alongside the avenue of trees. And I was hoping I was going to close in on people, but no, they've got more to give than I have. But we are approaching this second to last turn, and we've got there in a time of 22.5 minutes. Right, now the sprint is on. This is where you really have the final sprint, and I'm giving all I've got here. Can we go below 4 minutes per kilometre pace? We should do. Yes, we have. And the heart rate is rising now. It's getting towards my max heart rate. We're at 173. We're under 4 minutes per kilometre. And we're just coming into the finish. We've caught up Grey Top, but we haven't passed him. And we've completed that final kilometre in a time of 4 minutes and 20 seconds.
So there we have it. Proof that this park run is a lot slower than the one I did last week. We didn't need proof, we knew that. But still, I enjoyed that. It was like running in the shower. Anyway, I came in a time of just under 23 minutes, which I think is about half a minute slower than when I ran this course last in the dry. So there you go, guys. Hope you've enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one.